Hey Pisces, welcome to Tarot and Heal. Welcome to the place where we tarot and heal our way to self-love and unity consciousness. Welcome to your mid-November reading. When I was meditating on your energy, the weirdest thing happened. Okay, so I'm here shuffling. Usually I shuffle and I'm just thinking and like whatever comes to mind, comes to mind. I'm just looking around, blah, blah, blah. And I have this lamp right here on. It's been on. But for some reason, I just got, the light felt brighter and brighter, right? And I'm like, whoa, when did this light turn on? I'm like, wait, no, the light been on. I'm like, why didn't I realize the light was on all this time? Like, my awareness of the light became, it increased. As I was doing that and I stopped shuffling, I was just like, whoa, what happened? I stopped shuffling and this came out, the snake. Now, as you're becoming more aware of the light, that's what I'm feeling like. As you're becoming more aware of the light, like the snake shit, you're shedding a light on the snakes in the grass. This could be within you or around you. This is happening for a lot of people where people are stepping into another vantage point. They're raising their vibration. And when they do that, they're seeing people. They're seeing how people are actually moving. All right. It's like from an elevated state. Now you can see the snakes in the grass as opposed to standing and walking in the grass where it's kind of hard to see it. Oops, excuse me. So that was very interesting. That was crazy. All right, let's get started. I come to you, humbly God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light, divine love, in accordance with your divine will. What is it that they need to know? We have the age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. We also have deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. You're exactly where you need to be. Even if you had to deal with the snakes, that was training. If you have to deal with a long time situation where you're dealing with snakes, take time out to lick your wounds. That's fine. In solitude and peace. You can find your peace alone. You have yes coming out. You can find your peace alone. Look at this beautiful energy here. This whole deck reminds me of Pisces energy. Just a very dreamy energy here. Like you can find the solitude in your own mind. And I feel like that's what you're meant to do. You're meant to dive into your waters, your emotional waters, okay? That's probably where you feel most at home. But you probably haven't allowed for it. Look how peaceful she is. A sense of solitude on her face. She's just smelling the flowers. Just take a break. Some of you guys have been through a lot. Just breathe. Allow yourself to breathe. Reach for the stars we have and make no judgments. I feel like breathe before you go into this reach for the stars energy, okay? See, if some of you guys went through like a really tough time and then you want to like dive deep into a new passion or a new career or whatever the case is, there might be a need for you to like just take it easy. Take care of your emotions here. I actually want to pull more from this Oracle deck. I love this deck right now for Pisces. These cards just suck me in. Anything else? Oh my God, is this about to be an Oracle reading? Okay, hold on. So we have trust your path. If you knew you'd be supported, what would you do? Okay. Like I said, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. We do have trust and niggle. What is your niggling feeling trying to tell you? That's pretty much your intuition. But then we have soul family, calling your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. I don't know if you guys are focused more on work, focused more on love, but I feel like there's a need to focus more, especially if you're feminine, there's a need to focus more on sisterhood. There's some like feminine healing, some womb healing that needs to be done here. I don't know if this is like healing in your maternal line, you know, spending more time with a maternal energy. I don't know. There's something here about the feminine energy. It's wounded and it needs to be healed. You don't need to be on the go right now. There's a need to be more gentle. Allow yourself to be more gentle. Allow yourself to be the dreamer, the Pisces dreamer energy. You dealt with something rough and it roughed up that gentle side. Allow the softness to come back. You have to allow for that to come back, because that is your, that's where your magic is. That's where you feel at home at. That's your magic. We have fun. See, play, have fun, celebrate. Don't be so serious. You lost, it's like you lost some of your play because the world happened, life happened. Which is totally understandable, but it's a need to understand. Oh my gosh. Watch some comedies. Laugh more. Get some roses for yourself every week. You know? Make sure you have a nice oil diffuser and everything smells good. You know, just create your palace. Create your palace, okay? I feel like it's a very soft energy that needs to be embraced again. We have unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives coming out. As you unbound, see, you know why there's a need for you to do this? Because you need to feel that it's safe to love again. Some of you guys went through a tough time. And yes, you've done the healing, but it made you a little bit hard. And you're not in your true essence. Your magical Pisces, watery, dreamer essence, you know, that you naturally are in. And that's the beauty of you. That's your allure. You can still be that. You can still be that soft. This is a very beautiful, gentle energy. Oops, excuse me. There's a need to realize it's okay to be that, and you can be that. And now, because you're illuminated, you can peep the snakes now, okay? You have to trust that you've learned the lesson. I think this is about to be an old oracle reading. Let's see. Which makes sense for Pisces. Where are we at? 918. I'm going to use the fairy tarot. Oh, this energy is a little rough. I don't want to use this deck. So we have Transmute and we have the Weaver. Everything that you've learned so far is making you who you are, which is great, right? That's just natural. That's what happens. But being mindful of how it's being integrated into who you are, right? Like let's say you being taken advantage of. Does that turn you into being so smart and so clever that you just talk yourself out of love, you know? Or can you actually love completely and fully like you were never hurt, you know? Still love with an open heart. Can you still bring that gentleness, that open, gentle, nurturing energy, or playful energy rather, but still know when to stop playing because someone is playing with your heart, you know? Can you do that without getting whisked away? You know, it's like finding that balance. It's finding the balance now. Like, don't be too playful and too free, right? Like, play, but also watch the snakes, you know when you're dealing with the snake, and don't allow yourself to get washed away, okay? That's how you transmute and you integrate your lessons in a healthy way. In a healthy way. Some of you guys did the healing, right? But it hasn't integrated, it hasn't really settled in a healthy way. What else do you have here? One more from this deck. Reflect. This reading is letting you know, it's like, okay, reflect on, like, yeah, if you've done the work, yes, but what did you like to do when you were carefree, before you got hurt, before life happened? What did your inner child like to do? Okay, what makes you feel good? All right, now what you like to do as a child, I mean, and what you like to do as an adult now is different. For example, I just bought these vines, right? I did not expect it to make me giddy like a fucking kid. When I hung this up, it was like, why? It's my adult happiness now, right? It's not the same as, you know, splashing in a tub as a kid. I mean, even though I love the tub, but it's not like that. This is my adult thing, making things pretty, you know, seeing like a beautiful decor, having smell goods, you know, that's my adult fun now. So what is it that really makes you happy? Watching comedies and, you know, just cooking, you know, stuff like that. It's time to reflect on what makes you feel soft and feminine. You have to tap into that femininity. It kind of got hardened. It got hardened a little bit. Any other deck wants to speak? Anybody else? Okay, let's go to the tarot. The fairy tarot. Oh, this is a new format. I like this format. The overall picture with the oracle and then going into the tarot. That's great. Soft music, soft jazz, new lipstick, new hairdo, a playful hairdo, getting a long weave so you could flip your hair. Shit, I might do that actually. It's getting cold now. I'm tired of doing my hair. All right, what's going on with Pisces? What's that card? It's like you're still carrying the energy a little bit of PTSD, okay? It's like the war is over. You don't have to battle and fight anymore, okay? You've learned the lesson to protect your heart. And because of that, it's like a kid who was raised in a battlefield or a war-ridden land, and let's say they get adopted by a rich family in America. You know, one of those stories, right? Now, when they come to America, they're living lavish. They have this luxurious lifestyle, but it's still hard for them to relax, I'm assuming. They might still jump when they hear an airplane, you know, stuff like that. That's what's happening here. Like, you're in a new land. It's softer here. You can relax. It is safe for you to love. Not saying, like, even though the kid is in America, doesn't mean that there's no dangers or new types of dangers. All right, so let's not get that twisted, especially if you're elevating in the spiritual realm. There are new dangers to deal with, right? So let's not get that confused. But that's where, you know, you still have your wits about you. Like, whatever you dealt with in the past, it trained you for this. That's why this card is coming out. You've been training for this for lifetimes. You are very capable of handling whatever comes your way while still having that beautiful, light, fairy, Pisces, dreamer energy that people love and adore, what you're here for. This is the energy you're meant to bring. So it's like you're still dealing in kind of struggle mode, and it's time to get back in touch with you. Who were you before this pain, before the trauma, before it all? I love this energy. It's so pretty. I love it. You have the Nine of Pentacles coming out in reverse. You can explore this whole new world. It's going to require sacrificing interpersonal relationships. I feel like you have to get more in touch with you before you start bringing new people in. You have to get acclimated to these new waters. I know I've been saying this for a while, like you guys are, you want to learn through love, but it seems like it's in your best interest to just explore this beautiful inner world, okay? Know what you're capable of, because it does seem like there's still a fear of being alone. All right, but it's only because you haven't tapped into all this beautiful light. All this beautiful light that's in you. You haven't yet. If you're still afraid of being alone and you're scared of being single, you haven't. It's because you haven't seen all of this to its fullest capacity yet. You haven't. Yeah, I'm gonna keep reading it. No, you haven't. You're still in the process of releasing yourself from the people, and then also releasing yourself from the mentality that these people have caused, okay? Caused you to be in. So that's the second part. Their influence is still there. See, it's not complete happiness and sunshine by yourself with the Sun card coming out upright. This is a solo happy card. You haven't experienced that yet. The Temperance, it's just a level. It's such a... This reminds me of Lauryn Hill's song, Water, just like the water. You guys, when you just take this chance and like just being quiet, reflecting, you're going to find a very peaceful space in you that you're going to fall in love with. Okay? And it's a place that you can return. It's your oasis that you can return to. I feel like it's an inner oasis that you haven't been to in a really long time. If you have like a visual in your mind of this place that you go to as a kid, you know, with your imagination, something like that. It's an inner oasis that it could be like a pond in your mind or some shit, or a creek or something. And like, but it became a swamp because you haven't visited there in such a long time. It's time to go back to that place in your mind and clean it up. This is your paradise. This is your paradise. It's looking like this, okay? With the mountains and the sun, the beautiful water. She's just chilling in a champagne glass. It's her world. It's her fantasy. It's time for you to go back to that playful imagination that you once had, because it's something there for you. That's your home. And that even though it's going within in fantasy land, in your adult world is actually going to keep you very grounded. As a child, maybe it had you too like spacey, but as an adult, this is what's going to ground you from like, it's going to keep you grounded when you deal with like the really sobering things in the real world. You need that. You need that fantasy world. Build your fantasy. Because that's what's going to give you the level of home that you're looking for in other people. That's where it's over there. It's back there. You already found it. You had it as a kid. All right. So yeah, putting an end to the Ten of Winter. Okay, we have the Ten of Winter coming out. That pain or whatever coming out. The ending of that painful cycle. You can end that. You don't have to run into another person to learn this lesson. The home. Find your oasis. Okay. Release. Death card. All right. Seven of Wands. You see, this is you being on top of your game. Once you learn how to, you realize that you're capable of grounding yourself. You realize that you have your toys and you're capable of making yourself come. You realize that you're capable of making yourself happy and making yourself laugh. You know what shows you need to watch. You know what games you need to play. You know what you need to do to create a happy environment for yourself. That is going to put you on top of your game. Okay? That's going to be hella attractive. That's going to have you in your essence, in your power. And even with this, I feel like because you're going to realize you already have your own playroom, you're not going to really need anyone, which is great. That's what we're all going for. You're not going to need anyone. I don't even think you're going to be chasing like that. But you have to discover the inner playroom. You have to. All right? All right, so we have the Justice card coming out in reverse here. Yeah, it's like the struggling, just the struggle is it's an injustice. You guys got it. I'm going to pull from the Animal Spirit deck. This is a different format for the reading, but I feel like the message got across. Bat Spirit, a rebirth is assured. Armadillo Spirit, set healthy boundaries. Set healthy boundaries. Don't get lost in that fantasy land. But I don't think you will. I feel like it's the opposite. Like that is actually going to help you set boundaries in the world. Okay? Because now you know how to please yourself. So you don't have to overextend and find it elsewhere. That is going to help you ground. The fantasy is going to help ground you in the real world. Which makes sense for Pisces because that's your element. Okay? That's not, going into fantasy land is not what works for everybody, but it works for you guys. That's your superpower, okay? So that's why it works for you. Yeah. Believe in yourself, okay? Believe in your dreams. Just dream, dream, dream. Dream, dream, dream. Fox Spirit, think on your feet, okay? That deceptive energy, you know how to you'll know how to snap out of it and be like, okay, no, you know, I can come out of this dream at any time and because I'm smart enough, I'm wise enough, I went through enough to know what I know how to set the boundaries now. Like you've learned that lesson and that's great. You toughened up. Now it's like allow for the softer side to still live too, okay? Don't kill that soft side off, all right? Very great. Thank you so much. Let me know what you think. Feel free to like, subscribe. I love this reading. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG. That's Taryn Hill. If you want a personal reading, check out the info box below. If you want to be a Patreon, be an angel donor, check that out. All right. The Patreon link below. All right. Thank you so much. Until we meet again. Peace. Happy holidays.